All right, let's talk about it. My favorite camera of 2022 so far. We're about 2/3 into the year, and this is still my favorite camera to use. It's not this camera. It's not this camera. I love this camera, but it's not this camera. It's not this camera. It's not this one. Also not this one. All right, so the camera that I'm referring to, my favorite camera to use so far this year in 2022 is this one. It is my iPhone. I don't know if that's disappointing to some of you, or others of you are super stoked that it is my phone, but I want to talk about why so far this year, and honestly for previous years, why this has been my favorite camera. It's not the best camera as far as specs. Clearly, it's a phone. It's meant to be a phone with a great camera integrated into it. But the reason why I like it so much, and this is the argument for why it's been my favorite camera for this year and in previous years, is because of the accessibility. It is literally always on me. I sleep with it. I eat with it. I shower. I don't really shower with. I do a lot of things with this phone. It's always on me, and that's the reason why it is my favorite camera this year. All right, so let's talk about the phone that I have. It is an iPhone 11, so it's a few years old, but I find that with this generation of camera, starting with the iPhone 11, cameras started getting really good with iPhones, and although there are better camera phones, I find that for what I use this camera for, it holds up great. All right, so on the photo side, what I really love is that the camera already has a built-in zoom. So even if it is a digital zoom, I love that you can shoot wide, you can shoot tight, you can zoom in. And so just having all of that built in as a feature that you can just kind of use your fingers to do is really cool. I also love that with taking photos on phones, you're also able to edit those images instantaneously. And the app of my choice sometimes is Lightroom Mobile, but most of the time I'm using Visco. For a lot of my curated photos, either on Instagram or on my Instagram stories that are phone photos, I am using almost exclusively Visco to edit those. So that's really a large reason why this has been my favorite camera so far, is just being able to take a photo, edit it, and then post it all with the same device is very convenient. On the video side, I also love that the camera does video, and it does decent video. And although I would never replace my Canon R5 with shooting on my iPhone exclusively for video for clients, it is great to have that footage as mixed media, especially for my YouTube videos where I can kind of sprinkle in footage from my iPhone. And it's totally fine to use it if it's a second or two. It works seamlessly with the kind of videos that I make for the internet. Also with video, the thing that I like the most about shooting video with the iPhone is the stabilization. So I don't know how it works. I don't understand the science behind it, but it's great to shoot video on your iPhone. And when you play it back and you share it and you post it, it's all stabilized and it doesn't give you motion sickness. So that's just another thing about shooting video on the iPhone that is great. Just having both a camera that does photo and video well at my fingertips literally is the reason why this is my favorite camera of this year. Don't get me wrong, don't get confused. I am very thankful for all the cameras, my professional cameras that I have, both for digital and for film. I use them all very frequently, but this is the camera that I still use the most to date, just because it's always on me. It's just nice to be able to take photos of my family and of my friends and what we're doing at the studio, behind the scenes stuff, and just kind of edit everything in one place and post is very convenient. So that's my favorite camera of this year. Maybe you were hoping for a new, I don't know what you're hoping for, but that's my favorite camera. Some of you are non-believers in mobile photography and videography. I'm actually talking about Braxton Wallace. Braxton, I love you, but that's just like the one area that you and I disagree. I love mobile video and photo. You can come in, it's wide. Speaking of the man himself, this is Braxton. You can go follow and subscribe and like his videos. The only area that Braxton and I really disagree on is mobile video and photo work.
Use a real camera, please. Unless you can't afford it, then it's fine. If your iPhone camera is the only thing you can afford, great. I'd rather you take photos than not take photos. But if you can afford it, even if it's a cheap camera, use a real camera.
See, I told you. Braxton's a hater on the mobile photo and video stuff. He's a hater. All right, so enough jibber jabber. I'm just gonna show you some images and footage that I've taken recently using my iPhone 11 and just show you that it is a capable camera. So let's look at those photos. All right, that's it. Like, subscribe, all those things help my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Also, really quickly, if you have liked the photos and the footage that I just showed you, if you want a video on how I edit my iPhone photos, how I go about using VSCO, I would actually be more than happy to make that video. So also leave a comment in the video if you are interested in mobile photography, video editing. Okay, that's it.